Good morning. Welcome to Dashcam Diary of a Disabled with me, Chronically Happy. I'm on my way to my chiro appointment with my busted hand and my busted body. I'm in so much pain. I can barely make a movement without going. I'm out of breath. Pain is searing through my hand. All along the outside today. My shoulders are still really clicky. I tried filming a video last night, but I was higher than a kite. High dose Xanax and Percocet. And after watching it back, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna post this. I'm too stereotyped with being jacked up on meds. And I just wasn't, I'm not ready for y'all to see me like that. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, I was so doped up. I am refusing to take meds today until at least after I see my chiro. I'm also driving, so I'm not trying to be under the influence of anything. I was hoping that one of my family members would wake up when I woke up this morning and nobody came out to get coffee, so I was SOL for getting a ride to my appointment this morning. So I don't get any assistance today. I didn't have it in my heart to go in there and wake anybody up and be like, hey, give me your ride in like the next 10-15 minutes, please. Wake up and get your brain to function, barely grab coffee and get dressed and take me. It's hard enough for me to do that. And then for me to ask my mom or dad, who's like double my age. And I got told to shh at one point last night when I was gaming with my friend. We did game a little bit late. I didn't think I was being that loud. Because I wasn't yelling or cursing at my friend for anything. like I usually would be, but I wasn't last night. Don't I look like crap? I feel like crap. My body hurts so bad. My nose has junk in it and it keeps making me sneeze this morning. My eyes are all watery. Yes, I'm chronically happy. However, this is chronically happy and as much pain as I've been in over a year. I was able to get my pain under control last year, kind of. I just kind of dealt with it. Well, I'm a big baby this year, and I hurt so bad. My symptoms have been progressing with my instability, with my EDS, and that fall made me even more unstable. My pelvic bone is throbbing in pain right now on my right side in my groin area. I have stabbing nerve pain in my hand. I have arthritis, dull pain in my thumb area, which I got this brace from the ER last night, and it's so big and bulky. Like, with my hypermobility, I can't have that much restriction. I need movement and I need stability in certain spots. So my answer is latex glove and medical tape. But I kind of need my chiropractor to retape me somehow. And then maybe I can try and replicate it. Maybe he can do it on my left hand to show me how I need to do it on my right hand. And so when I get home, I can tape this hand correctly for today. This is for my thumb more so than anything. But in stabilizing my thumb, it destabilized the other side of my hand. So now the outside of my hand hurts more. I had x-rays done on the entire right side of my body at urgent care yesterday, and then I went to the ER immediately after I got home because I love my primary. I love my primary a lot. Like, not in a non-professional way by any means. I am not trying to say I have a crush on my doctor or anything. No, like, it's not like that. I love him in the sense that, like, he's been my favorite primary care doctor. He has his limitations, and he does not feel comfortable treating my pain. So he had to watch me cry. And he asked me what else he could do for me. And I'm like, just image me like crazy. Just over image me as much as you can on the right side of my body. And I can get the other answers from the ER. Because I had to go to the ER too. Excuse me as I blow my nose. Oh my God, I just want to shove my finger up here, like grab whatever that is up there and pull it out, but I don't need my germs and other things going up there besides sinus rinse. And I did not have time to do that before I left. So now I have Klingons up there that won't come out or blow on my nose until I get my sinus rinse done. Anyway, back to my story about yesterday. My primary sent a staff message to my pain management doctor. They're just at different clinics. They're the same clinic in-house, but there's two different locations. And I chose to go to the urgent care where my doctor practices, and wouldn't you know it, my doctor was an urgent care doctor yesterday. Flippin' amazing. So at least he knew my complicated history. At least he knew his limitations. He didn't want to try and step on the doctor's toes that he referred me to manage my pain. He's like, I'm like, but as an urgent care doctor, you have to use your best judgment as to what to do. And you know what? It was too much of a conflict of interest for him that and I am too complicated to treat pain. So he's harped that in my head many times, and he had to just remind me again yesterday. But at least he was so kind as to be like, what can I image for you? What can I do for you other than that? And so I'm like, image me like crazy on the right side of my body. And he's like, okay, deal. Of course, x-rays show nothing. X-rays show absolutely nothing. So now I need to find out what my neurosurgeon wants me to do. If she wants a new MRI because I have changes in my body now from a bad fall. I tried telling them I needed scheduled and my symptoms were getting worse. Here's where my feelings are coming in, my crying. Disclaimer warning, woo, 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 warning, crying coming. Um, with laughter, because I cure myself with laughter throughout my sadness. Okay, this is how I try to just manage myself without getting completely upset and stressed out. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing for an acute injury. I have been injured so many times. I know the protocol. I know what I need to do. Come on, guys, get over. There's a cop with his lights on. That car is such an idiot. All I had to do was like slow down a little bit and get over. But anyway, ow, popping in my hand. I'm just trying to demonstrate and tell y'all how easy it is for me to mess up and click my hand. My body was going click, 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 click every freaking movement I made yesterday. I am so unstable. I did not need this. I need strengthening exercise. I can't strengthen anything when things are out of alignment and rubbing in the wrong way. It's just I can't do that. When things are not in the right spot, exercising causes more damage, man. When things aren't sitting right inside the body. Which I don't even know how to comprehend. Somebody, like I just found out I'm totally going off topic. This is what my pain does. I'm ADHD. ADHD and my pain are trying to distract itself from not thinking about it. So I'm thinking about everything else but myself for the most part. And so I start thinking about other people and other people's things rather than my own, as a way of coping slowly as I process that I am traumatized by my injury. Every time I injure myself, I'm traumatized because it's a new ouch and a new let's see how this is going to pan out, because I can't predict the future of how this is going to pan out, this injury. I don't know how I'm going to heal from this guy. Every injury is different, but also kind of the same, because I seem to fall and land almost the same way each time. Well, dismiss me. Anyway, trying to stick to my story about yesterday. So, after I got my results of all my imaging, I pretty much got them immediately before I even went to the ER. I was being a terrible driver yesterday and reading my test results as I was driving home before I went to the ER. I couldn't wait. I needed to know. My hypochondria and my ADHD focus of my hypochondria of I need to know what's going on inside my body, because I hurt everywhere and it feels like everything's broken. And I'm extra with my neurospicy, so it's just one big disaster of chaos in my brain of trauma, grief, WTF, what am I going to do? I know what I need to do. And then it's just a combination of just this repeated on repeat in my brain. The chaos of all of these thoughts of what happened and what I'm doing now, what I'm doing moving forward. I know who I need to call. I know who I would need to deal with. I know who I need to go see. I know what doctors I need to follow up with. I know what phone calls I need to make for insurance. I got a lot of crap to deal with today after that, and I still have not paid my bills. I am late on my bills by several days because I was starting to take care of all that crap yesterday, and then my injury happened first thing in the morning before I could even get to any of that. So I'm really pissed off about that, but I'm giving myself grace that things happened, and I just have to take care of my symptoms first. I have to take care of myself first before I can take care of anything else, and including taking care of myself in the way of my financial situation and paying bills. That's priority number one, but making myself be able to feel manageable with my emotions and my pain, that's another story. So I'm trying the best that I can to manage. I'm just surviving on just that alone, of trying to manage that and not yell at the world and like take it out on everybody because I'm in pain. Which is a knee-jerk reaction of mine. Just take it out on everybody around me to make them hurt like I hurt right now, because hurt people. That's what happens. That's just the nature of the beast. Hurt people. And when people are in pain, they are not thinking clearly because their brain is taken over by survival mode, and certain parts of your brain is turned off because your body is in survival healing mode. It's like, what just happened? I need to reevaluate every second of the day what is going to happen, and how is my body going to tell me I need to pay attention to it. I need to pay attention to my left hand. I need to pay attention to my right hand. I need to pay attention to a lot of things now that I didn't have to take and think about before my fall yesterday morning. I made it a little over a year between falls, guys. Like, I was doing good, but I knew I was becoming more unstable, and I knew, it was almost inevitable that a fall at any point was going to happen by any means. I know my body, and I wish these doctors would just hurry up and get through the damn paperwork process and get me freaking scheduled for surgery so I can start working on other parts of my body that need it, that are needing immediate attention, because this long-term problem is causing more acute problems. Son of a B word. There's 12 stages of grief through trauma. Trauma and grief are so similar, and you have to process the steps and go through all the different steps of denial, acceptance, sadness, anger. All of these things happen in the process of a new acute injury on top of chronic injury and illnesses and diseases. So, needless to say, I was happy to see my primary at urgent care. He was my urgent care doctor. He wouldn't treat my pain, and I'm like, okay. I accepted that. I didn't try to argue with him. I was a hurt puppy yesterday. I was a hurt puppy that couldn't stop crying. That was just like pity party, cry in front of every doctor, professional that I could. I'm just like, help me. Stop crying because I'm in so much pain and grief over this new injury. My physical therapist kept trying to refocus me and relax me, and she got me relaxed. It helped for a little while. It helped for a couple hours, and then it's like the adrenaline wore off, and my body crashed, and the pain really set in, and the stiffness was starting, and I'm like, I can't deal with this. I know what it's going to feel like when I wake up in the morning. I knew I was going to be in different, maybe worse shape today. It's always a day or two after the injury that you hurt the worst. Everything was the most unstable yesterday. I'm still on the verge of unstable, so we are going to just destabilize me with the chiro even more so, and try and get things lined up so I can heal better than what my body's trying to do while it's unaligned. It's trying to heal while it's not aligned, and it's not helpful. It's not helpful. And then disappointment might hurt pretty bad to put things back. And I am doing this on no pain meds. Well, besides my pain patch, but I'll have to get into a part 2 on my drive home because I'm almost to my chiro because I distracted myself so much with my story. I didn't finish it. So I'll do a part 2 on my way home. So stay tuned for part 2. I'm to my chiro now. We'll see how things shape up or ship out in the next hour. And I will come back and update you guys in a part 2 video. So stay tuned for part 2 of the injury story that happened yesterday. I only told you the first half of the day. And then the second half of the day, I didn't get home until about 8 o'clock last night. So I dealt with my injury from about 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. And then I was gaming and then went to bed. So I will let you know part 2 of what happened after my primary care doctor sent that message to my pain management doctor. And then why I continue to also go to the ER. So, all right. Peace out.